Zoom in, please, and thank you. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Okay. Hello everyone, it's Haley. If you didn't know, my husband and I recently moved to New Zealand, and we're moving again. It's still within New Zealand, but I have some library books that I need to return today. So I'm gonna see if I can finish them today. So let's get on with the video. The first book that I will be reading is The Hobbit. This is my first time reading it. I was never assigned it growing up. I've heard some people had it assigned for assigned reading. And then The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I saw that Haley fan really likes that book, so I thought I might give it a try. I've never read any Lynn Painter books before. I also didn't realize that Lynn Painter wrote teen books. I thought it was just like young adult, and I feel like it's weird reading a teenage love story because I want to be able to relate to the characters, and I can't really relate when they're younger. Like, yes, I've been that age, but I want someone I can relate to now. But it's okay. We'll try it out and see how it is. I'm like staring at the back, but I have not read the back of the books. I might have a while ago, but I don't remember what any of these books are about that I'm about to be reading, except The Hobbit. Still didn't really know because I've never seen the movies either. I know, I'm in New Zealand. That's why I chose to read these, because the movies were filmed here. So I thought I really need to get on this and read some of these books. And then when I'm done with that, maybe I'll watch the movie. And then I have 2 more books that I am picking up today. So yeah, let's get started, shall we? Hello, my battery's about to die, but I'm now going to read. Oh, the plastic broke off a little bit. I'm now going to read The Hobbit. See the plastic? Can you see it now? I wanted to read it earlier, but I heard not room service. I keep wanting to say room service. Housekeeping coming, and so I was like, okay, well, I want to make sure I'm at the door when they come, because sometimes they just open the door without, like, those same room service and then just barge in, and I'm like, well, what if I was, like, on the toilet or something? I don't know. I watched a YouTube video while they were cleaning. I was watching Haley Fam. I'm getting back into reading, which is exciting. I've been trying to find good books that don't have spice. Well, I like the romance aspect, but I want it to be closed door if there's like anything. Yeah, I don't want detailed things. So I know I don't have to worry about that with this. This is literally a children's book. Before I said that I wasn't super excited to read it. I was mostly excited just to like get it over with. I'm so excited to read this. Well, I'm excited to be done with reading it. I started reading it and it did not hook me. But the more I look at it, it makes me want to read it. I don't know, the ginormous words and the big book and the hardcover and the cool cover with the dragon, it makes me want to read it. So now I'm actually gonna read it. How long do I have to read it? Oh, plenty of time. Until November 21st. Today is October 24th. So I got plenty of time. Plenty of time. Let me just start reading and charge my camera. I'm 2 chapters in to The Hobbit, but I cut my hair myself. I don't think you can really tell, but I did it just a little bit off to just kind of test it out. I'm gonna continue reading this. I was on the verge of tears for like the last 2 chapters. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that. I started this book in December of last year, 2023, and I think I ended it after the first like couple chapters because I got bored, and I started it again a week or 2 ago, and it gradually got better and better and better. And I was like, 4 stars, 4 stars. And then at the end, I was like, I did not realize how attached I had gotten to all these characters. And I was crying almost. Oh my gosh, I'm still like, my eyes are watering. This feels so sentimental reading this, even though I've never read this before. And I can see why people love it so much. I can't imagine reading this as a kid and then rereading it as an adult. I probably would have actually cried. But I'm excited to see the movie now. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to read the rest of the books, but now I do. I do. I did not know I would react this way. I'm kind of sad. But this was like such a pretty book. I am happy that I got the illustrated edition. Really, I just put on hold the 2 copies they had, and I didn't realize one was an illustrated version. I just thought one was like big print. But there's a picture. But yeah, this is The Hobbit, J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh my gosh. And it is the illustrated version illustrated by Alan Lee. Okay, so I'm done with this. This was the one I wanted to finish because it is the biggest book of all the ones I have to read. The reason that I thought I wasn't gonna like this, like, well, my star rating gradually went up. It started off at like 3 stars because it wasn't bad, but it just felt very slow. And not in a bad way, but it was more like taking your time kind of thing. Just very calm. I mean, there were things that happened that weren't calm, but it just kind of felt like a bedtime story. And I really liked reading this before bed, although I would like go to sleep thinking about the dwarves like going through the woods in like a single file line, because that's how it's described that they walk in the book. And I would like go to bed thinking about that, and I would wake up thinking about that. It was like my brain was making up a story. I don't know how to explain. And it would be so weird. It was a very strange thing that happened. Okay, I don't know what I should do. I said 5 stars because that was like my gut reaction, but I need to remember how throughout 75% of the book, I was just dragging on, forcing myself to read. There were a few moments where it wasn't just dragging on. I mean, it was good for me to have that because it gave me more like patience and less rushing. Because I'm used to reading romance, which is like there's constantly something happening, I guess. And this, there were things happening. I don't know, the writing style was more just relaxed. There we go, relaxed. And I found myself having to reread sections a bunch of times. I tried listening to the audiobook towards the end, but I still ended up having to reread stuff because I was like, wait, what? I mean, I'd probably still have to do that with a normal book. So I'm trying to remember how I felt for most of the book. And for most of the book, I was thinking 4 stars. And then I got to the end and I thought 5 stars. So let's make it a 4.5. Still very good. Would definitely reread, especially like I am excited for if I have kids one day to read to them. I think that'd be so fun. Oh, I also need to update my friend because I told her I was reading it and she told me to update her and let her know what I think. So next we read this one, The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. Again, I have no idea what this book is about. And I like going into books that way. I like having like a vague idea. I don't know if I'll be able to finish this today. I'm gonna get maybe a snack or something to kind of reset for this book because I know it's gonna be a completely different vibe. But Haley fam said it's good, so let's give it a try. Does anyone else calculate how long it's going to take you to read the book? So what I do is I time the first chapter or whatever to time per page. And so it's about a minute and a half. So I look at how many pages are in this book, and it's 291. Oh, she has little playlists in the back. There are 285 pages. So you do, what did I just say, 285? This is the ADHD. You multiply the number of pages by the number of minutes per page. That's the total minutes. Then you'll divide that by 60 to see how many hours. So it should take me 13 hours. Really? Well, I'm not finishing this today then. Well, maybe I should just go ahead and go to the library then. I think what I'm gonna do is not check out Francine Rivers' book. It's loading. Yeah, I'm not gonna check out A Voice in the Wind because I have the ebook version of it and I really don't want to read off of my phone, but I can't figure out a way to transfer from Libby to Kindle because Libby doesn't do that in New Zealand. I think that might be a better option because I'm not going to be able to even finish this book today. Yay! Legends and Lattes is also ready. That book I'm so excited to read. I'm glad I didn't go this morning because then I would have missed the Legends and Lattes and it said it was in transit. So I knew, I had a feeling that it was going to come today. I am super excited to read Legends and Lattes, but this book is going to definitely take me a couple of days. I have 8 hours to read this book, and if I don't finish it, then I will just bring it with me and I'll return The Hobbit. And I'll leave the other ones on the shelf because I have until the 6th to pick them up. I have a little over a week to pick them up. So that is the plan. Okay. So within the first chapter, you know who the love interest is, which I guess is how it usually goes. But I'm reading and I'm like, this has to be the love interest, right? Because even though she has a boyfriend, something happens in the first chapter and it's like, oh, this is gonna end up being the love interest. And a little bit after I think that, I look at the cover, which happens to be the scene where the thing happens, and I'm like, oh, it's definitely the love interest. So yeah, now I know who the love interest is, and I don't know how I feel about it, but the book is really good so far. I was reading another one of her books. I'll put the title here because I don't even remember what it was. And I was reading it and I was like, no, I felt grossed out the whole time, so that might be a DNF. But the reason I am not reading it is because it's an ebook and I have a while to finish it, and this is a physical book that needs to go back to the library, and I'm trying to read all my physical books so that I can return them to the library. But yeah, I like it so far, only on the first chapter. But I'm interested to see what happens now.
I realized I forgot to review The Do-Over, so I'm doing that now. I gave it 3.75 stars. It was a cute book, and I loved the time loop aspect, but the main character kept making the same mistake over and over again, and it was really frustrating, and she also did something else that I really did not like. But other than that, it was a cute book, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and stay creative.